Good morning, everybody. We are back with another What Sold video, and I'm just going to come out and say it. This was a very disappointing week. I don't know what the hell's going on with eBay, but several days in a row again where you can't send out an offer and you're just not getting the traffic. I've looked at my traffic report in my seller hub, and I'm just seeing traffic drop. Everything's down 15, 20, 30, 40%. And this is Q4. It makes absolutely zero sense. So I sold a total of 6 items on eBay last week, which was October 8th to 14th. Luckily, Poshmark did come through with 11 sales, and I sold something on Facebook Marketplace as well. So I did end up with $488.88 in sales, so just under $489 in sales. The profit margin was high because I had a couple of really good high margin items plus a $50 sale on Facebook, which had no fees and stuff. So yeah, it was $300 of net profit for the week. But when you go from having the week before $981 down to $489, a drop of almost $500 in a week, you know something's wrong. I mean, traffic was just way down, like I said, in eBay, and it really hasn't come back. It's been about a week now where I've maybe been able to send 1 or 2 offers a day, when typically I'm able to send out several, like 10 or so. I mean, every time I'd open the app, I'd refresh that page and be able to send out an offer pretty much, not always, but extremely noticeable difference. So the theme of this video is going to be essentially F eBay, but, whatever. So $488.88 in sales, 61.5% net profit margin. That is amazing, obviously. So still, got that $300 for the week of net profit, which is great, After fees and stuff, it was still almost $400 of cash flow. So still some money coming in and some money moving, but let's get into the actual items. This one won't take long. First up is this Ninja 900 watt blender with the pitcher. This was our own personal one that we've used for several years. We just recently got the Ninja Pro 1400 watt set with, all the things. So we sold this locally on Facebook Marketplace for $50, all net profit. This Littlest Pet Shop, little cat thing. This came as part of a bag from Value Village, just a bunch of little toys in a bag, and I've sold out some of the other figures. I'm guessing this was a cost of goods of 25 cents, maybe. Sold it for $8, plus the buyer paid $8.93 in shipping. My fees were $2.80, so a net profit of $4.95. We sold these New With Tags Wilson baseball pants. Now the cool thing about these is that when we redid our inventory system, I think back in March, started putting things in boxes and bags, this is the item that got box 1, bag 001. So this had the top spot in the inventory numbering system. Not that that matters, it's not the first item I've had, it's just that's how it worked out. I just thought that was kind of cool, so worth mentioning. Cost of goods on these were $3.60. I had them for a long time, so sold them for $11. Did take a little bit lower of an offer, knowing I'd save a little bit on the shipping because of Canada Post's agreement to the end of the year with eBay. So I did make $8.40. This Knox Rose red sleeveless top paid $6.33. It sold for $22 on eBay. After fees, and I covered the letter mail shipping, I made $8.03 net profit. So here's a reason to be on Poshmark. This was an Eddie Bauer goose down parka, very heavy, very big item. I did pay up for this. I paid $16.68 after taxes for this. Sold it on Poshmark for $69, and the reason why I say this is a reason to be on Poshmark is because this went to Nunavut, which is way up north, in one of the territories, and this would probably have cost almost $50 to ship there through Canada Post otherwise, but Poshmark's flat rate shipping is $13.49, so yeah, that was huge. So a net profit of $34.84 on that item. I sold this pair of Kamek boots. Been selling, or getting some good traction at least on some winter boots and stuff. Paid $8.34 for these. These sold for $35 on Poshmark within a couple of weeks, so a $19.66 net profit. This new with tags Knox Rose kind of black dotted top. Paid $6.33, sold on Poshmark for $21, so that's a $10.47 net profit. This new with tags Lane Bryant, like classic trouser and a 20 petite. Paid $7.19 for these. They sold for $24 with discounted shipping on there as well. So my net profit was $8.05. I sold these Uggs, these classic black Uggs in a size 6. And these cost me $8.34. Sold them for $37. So with Poshmark's fees, and there was discounted shipping on that one, a net profit of $17.23. This was a cool one. It sold within a month of listing. This is a Boston Bruins pillow pet. So I paid $2.30 for this, and I sold it on Poshmark for $22. There was discounted shipping, but an $11.34 net profit on that. This J. Jill kind of color blocked cardigan. I paid $6.90. And sold it for $20. I saved big on the shipping on this one because of that special rate that we've got right now. So the buyer paid $23.20 to ship it. It actually only cost me $13.04. So I made about $10 on the shipping on that one. So a $20.10 net profit. This one, this Legaia 2 PS2 game, this was disc only. This was my original copy, and then I ended up getting the complete copy in case and with the manual and all the rest. So this one just came out of my personal collection. I'm calling it a $0 buy cost. I think originally I had bought it on a clearance rack at a pawn shop for maybe like $3, but I mean, that was a couple years ago. So we'll call it no buy cost at this point. Sold it for $15 plus $2.99 to ship it out letter mail. Apparently $15 with $2.99 shipping is the perfect amount to cover $2.99 in fees. So that was interesting. I had to do a double check on that when I was looking at my numbers to make sure I didn't mess it up. But anyway, and then I shipped it out for free. Well, not for free, but letter mail, $2.76. So $12.24 net on that. This was one that sold within a day of listing. I didn't want to mark it up too high. I didn't want to get stuck with it for another year, but this Disney Parks Halloween 2019 tee, I paid $5.46 for this, got it listed right away, and it sold for $18 on Poshmark. It's just an $8.59 net profit, but I knew it would move quick if I didn't price it too high for a quick flip, so grabbed that. This LL Bean white fleece vest. This was actually part of a bag sale from several months ago. I paid 82 cents average cost of goods. It sold for $18. There was discounted shipping on that one, but still a net profit of $9.27. This vintage Lee Sport Red Sox hoodie, I've had this for a long time. As you can tell, it's still hanging up with that backdrop. I paid $3 for this about a year ago. I sold it for $9. And, on Poshmark, overall, I made a net profit of $2.05. And, yeah, glad to see it go. All right, Under Armour. This is the Under Armour and Rock, the wrestler Dwayne Johnson collab hoodie. So this was a $6.90 buy cost, and I sold it for $34.88 on eBay plus $16.12 shipping. I did make about $6 on the shipping. So a net of $28.51. Second last item is this vintage LL Bean lamb's wool sweater. Paid $6.90 for that. It sold for $40 on Poshmark. So that's a $25.10 net profit. And then the last item is this new with tags J. Crew plaid wool blend skirt. Paid $6.33 for it, and it sold on Poshmark for $35. So a $21.67 net profit. There you have it. Usually these videos are about 17 minutes long, and we're coming in just under 10 right now, so I won't extend it artificially. Under $500 in sales after hitting almost 1,000 last week. eBay is dead. Something is seriously wrong. So whatever, until that fixes itself, I just keep trucking, I guess, and hope that it comes back around. Not a good start to Q4. Well, yeah, it was a good start to Q4, not a good second week of Q4. But, you know, luckily I'm only doing this part-time, and I do have a full-time job that pays the bills, but it was disappointing for sure. We'll see if it comes around this week. But yeah, $489 in sales, $300 in weekly net profit, so good margin, but traffic is down, and that is that. So thanks very much for watching, guys. We will see you in the next video. Peace.